ready to go. By the way, if you guys are working out, goosebumps. This song is fire. What's the other ones I'm listening to? Let's get down to business. Cascade. Those are fire songs for the workout. How you guys doing out there? I'm in a more calm, very calm today, you guys, for all my fairy folk and my fae and my angelics out there. He's gonna actually do a broadcast where he's nice and inspiring without, I'm not gonna bark too much, you know what I mean? What up, ladies and gentlemen across planet Earth, and welcome to Morning Coffee. Grogu, this is like Grogu's true state. He's like, I hang out with crystal pyramids all day. I don't know, like Grogu sits over my bed and he watches me like a walk. He's like, Grogu, keep all the turds away from me, bro. He's like, I got you. It's like sitting on like 12 crystal skulls, just like lit up. Oh man, what a week, huh? I got a lot of really cool visuals for you guys, got a lot of awesome things to share with you, but without further ado, namaste and catch my family, and welcome to Morning Coffee. All right, baby. So, goodness gracious. So there's a lot of awesome stuff going on the planet, and there's a lot of awesome stuff going on behind the scenes. Some interesting plane flights were made last week, right? Right around March 3rd, huh? What was that about in Switzerland, I wonder? Huh? What was that? Well, why would you go to Switzerland? I wonder what was signed in Switzerland on March 3rd. I don't know. Look it up. Got my projects dialed, okay? 10 pages, my budget's 5 pages with the architect drawings. You guys, why I share this with you is when some of you guys go into these quote unquote meetings, and I'm talking code here, understand who's sitting across the table from you. Okay, if you guys know what I'm talking about, dope. If you don't, look it up. But for you guys that know about the humanitarian projects, understand who's gonna be sitting across the table from you. Get it out of the thought process, put it into numbers, put it into reality. That's what I'm saying. That's what I had to do. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Close. Saint Germain. Where are you, bro? It'd be dope if Saint Germain came back. He's like, what up? I'm here. I'm vegan. I'm living in, I don't know, Taos, New Mexico. I don't know where he is, but it'd be cool if Saint Germain was still walking among us. What else? Valiant Thor, where are you at, bro? Where's Valiant Thor? Then here's the other thing, I have a question. Where's Valiant Thor's homies? Where's the other guys? I know there's a guy that replaced him. I know he had his ship parked over Lake Mead for I don't know, 30 years. But what I'm trying to say is where's Valiant Thor Jr.? Where are the other guys that roll with Valiant Thor? You only hear these one name. Oh, Valiant Thor, is that the only guy that's on the ship? I didn't know he's flying a ship by himself. Where's the second in command? Where's the Spock of Valiant Thor? Is he here? Just letting you guys know that, some of us in this consciousness engineering platform, we actually really want to meet you. And we're not scared. And if I had a bunch of ETs land in my backyard, bro, I'd straight up be like, hey, you guys thirsty? You're not going to attack us like some crazy monkey? I'm like, no, I'm woke. My third eye's been on for over a decade. You want some apple juice? It's organic. You guys play Xbox? You play Xbox, They'll be whittling away with their 4 little fingers. All these guys and these little nerds in these underground facilities, to be one of us, an angelic, a starseed, a light worker, a light warrior, we have to get through a lot of belief systems to get where we are today. What I'm trying to express is the level of pilot you want to be on your ship is everything. And let me explain this to you. Let's get down to business. Woo! You know what I mean? It's not even a great pilot in your life. Check this out. Let me just light this up so we just get a full stream here. Don't light things on fire. I'm like, it's kind of what I do. Kind of blow down doors and light things on fire. Okay, so what I mean by being a good pilot in your life. So imagine you're the patriarch of your family. Imagine you're the patriarch of your bloodline. You're growing up, you're waking up, you're the strongest aspect or fractal of yourself in your entire bloodline. What does that mean? When you say your last name, are you the strongest version in your bloodline that walks the earth? Are you and that doesn't mean the strongest in strength or with stature. No, energetically, are you holding the highest vibration? Okay? So, being a good pilot to me, and this is where I learned this. So when I was doing these activations across the earth since 2010, really, when I had to carabine and hook all these soul streams to my little, I should say my little carabine over here on the right side or my left side, they had me, imagine wearing a harness and you're pulling different soul pieces or soul streams through different honeycombs of reality of consciousness on this planet, which are existing in real time. If you want to call it a multiple reality or a parallel reality, the issue is that I was dense enough in this form to actually transverse multiple honeycombs and actually pull a being from one aspect or timeline into another. Thus, when I would drop beings off, or I was on the airplane really, flying back to Sedona to drop these off at headquarters over here at Cathedral Rock from my lovely fellow Sidonians out here, my attitude, I learned, was very, very important. Like, imagine if you guys got on an airplane and your pilot was like, "Hi, I'm Bob. Hi, I'm Tom. This is my first flight. I don't know if we're going to land. I'm not sure where we're going to land. This is my first flight. Let's just see how it goes, I've never landed perfectly before." Everyone in the back of the plane is going to lose it. What do you mean it's his first flight? What do you mean we're not going to land, right? They go into fear. Now, what happens when you're confident and you're like, yo, check it, kick it back, sit back, relax. We're going to be home in about in about 8.5 hours. I'll put the bell on. You can use the potty. We got all kinds of good food. I talked to the stewardess. You guys are each getting a free cookie. Please keep your hands and legs inside this ride at all times. And please, on this flight, please, kids, don't fight on the flight. You guys will have beef. You guys want to do things. Wait till you get off the airplane. I love you. You guys sit back and relax and enjoy your flight. We're going to be there quickly. I'm going to step on the gas for you so for some of you guys want to get home early. All right? What I'm trying to say is the confidence of the pilot changes everything. The voice of the pilot and the calmness and the confidence changes everything. So in your life, remember, the cool, calm captain, which is you, navigating this matrix, navigating these, illusions, the more calm and persistent, awesomely beautiful state you can hold is always going to be more beneficial for your life path and is always going to steer you around potholes. So just think about that. Some of these guys leading the planet down here are like, I don't know what's going to happen. We're just rolling the dice. Where are we going? I don't know. I think there's a solar flare. I think gamma mon's coming out of the ground. We don't know what's happening. You want a pilot that's been here before, done the job many times. You guys, you are these pilots. This ain't our first walk in the park. This ain't our first incarnation. We're the Crocodile Dundees of the universe, baby. You want us to jump on a gator? I'll be like, grab the duct tape. This should take about 30 seconds. Get his tail. If you don't have the experience dealing with this stuff, though, yes, it's very, overwhelming at times. It's also, very important to find some homies. Find a rad partner. Find someone who loves you. Find someone who wants to grow with you. Okay? The definition of a partner for me energetically is not just, and like I said, partner, whatever reflection that is to you, but energetically what it means, a partner, I'll take the left-hand side. You take the right-hand side, and I have complete faith and trust that nothing's going to come in from the right-hand side and hit me in the back, and vice versa. A partner to me is, someone who has your back. A partner to me is someone who wishes to grow with you. A partner to me is someone who is willing to work for what they want. A partner for me is willing to change and do the things that are hard, which are in their best interest. If you need to change your diet, if you need to change what you're watching on TV, if you need to change what your belief systems are in whatever form to be in a happier, more balanced, blissful state, that has nothing to do with religion or belief system. No. Do you have a smile on your face when you wake up in the morning? Are you happy throughout the day? These are the things in life that really matter. Are you happy? Okay, just, I want to express that to you. It's not, all these words and mumbo jumbo, bumbo jumpy. I don't know, a bunch of nerds sitting in a room in a castle, or Constantine, writing some scripture with some nerds. Listen, it's all cool. Do the actual beings exist? Yes. Have stories been changed to fit certain needs? Yes. Okay. Why does the Vatican Square look like the old pirate symbol? Bunch of pirates, and the old mailing system. It's interesting how that works, isn't it? Well, you guys are growing up. You guys are doing beautifully. I want you guys to understand that everything is going to plan. I want you guys to understand that every single day, if there is a hit counter of people that are waking up on this earth, it's probably in the thousands. It probably counts like 12 to 112,000 people a day are snapping out of the matrix. They're like, I don't believe what I'm being told. I don't believe what I'm being told. I don't believe what I'm being told, I think that that's the most important thing to think of. As far as some of these weird things, more and more information is going to come out. I heard that someone was posting articles that in Canada, that the insurance companies aren't going to cover life insurance policies if you pass away from complications with the bang bang. That's interesting. They said it's experimental. Hey, for you guys out there living in this world, why don't you call your insurance company and say, I have a life? I'm curious to see what they'd say. Hey, by the way, I have a life insurance policy. I want to make sure my kids are taken care of. What if I pass away from complications with this? And if they hit you back with, that's experimental, we actually won't cover you, pay attention. If your own insurance company that you have a life insurance policy with will not cover you if you pass away from X, pay attention. That should be a huge red flag. Okay, moving on. We all know this stuff. Like I said, people are waking up to this stuff. Just call. Be like, you know what? I'm curious. If I pass away from this, is my life insurance policy going to cover this? See what they say on the phone. For all those people not believing, call them yourself. See what they say to you on the phone. And once they tell you, we're not going to cover you, you might have something else going through your head. What? What do you mean? I've been paying this policy for 10, 20 years. Sorry, sir, we don't cover it. It's experimental. That's your choice to take that. So, just want to say, pay attention. Call your own insurance company and ask them. It'd be a great thing for you to do, huh? Let's turn this on and turn down. Let's turn this on and maybe turn this down a little bit. Huh? Let's ask some questions out there. Moving on. Now listen, are there different versions of this thing? Yes. Are some better than others? I'm sure. What I'm just trying to say is do your own research. Do your own research. Do your own discernment. Okay? That's all I'm going to say. What else? We had cool things. I know that's kind of like the humdinger. Like, what? I'm like, hey, yeah. No, I got it. How's that looking? Oh, really? Like, have that person explain it to you in your ear until you go, wait a minute, what? The guy was right. The team light guy was right, okay? I'm just trying to be like, I'm trying to help you. I'm not trying to push things on you, okay? I'm trying to be like, pump the brakes, Fossy Saucies out there. All right, moving on. There's a lot of things I want you guys to understand and express within yourselves. I want you guys to step into your power. I want you guys to understand that only we can create a better world and a better earth and a better platform to not only raise our children, but to reformat the future of this planet. People were asking me about the solar flash in a couple of videos ago, and I meditated on that, but I do remember there were reports that came through that there was some sort of huge spaceship or object which blocked a direct blast to the planet. What was that, like 2-3 weeks ago? So there is assistance happening, and I think that everyone, especially with the social media, I mean, imagine, being an ET 100 years ago. What are they talking about? What are they thinking about? What do they believe? Now they can just punch you up on, they're like, well, you want to see what he's talking about right now? And action. I mean, all of us have these communication devices, which obviously can be regulated and monitored. I also thought it was very interesting that electromagnetic fields can also record audio and video. Okay. I know that a gravity A phone is instantaneous throughout the universe. We experience gravity B on this planet at 1G. So I thought to myself, I'm like, so basically you guys are sending messages or talking to yourself on FaceTime in different quadrants, different sectors on this galaxy from a spaceship using a gravity A phone, which is basically like FaceTime. They're like, more or less. You know, it probably could be a projection thing similar to, you know, Star Wars. The projection thing comes up and, hey, what's up, dude? Probably a lot more complicated than that. But what I can say is that I'm also breaking down the veil based upon the gigahertz output. So the 10G, the 20G veil or net form of seeing the you know, different communication cables and consciousness cables which exist on this planet. When your third eye comes on, and if you guys are more governed to be gritters or those that work on the land, you may get your third eye to come on where you actually see the cables running from the ground into the sky. So with that, what I can say is that in that broadband vision, yes, you can actually start to see the different platforms of dimensions and the sequences of how things interact with this hologram. You actually see the program, you see the simulation. Okay, most people have to be prepared to see that type of stuff, and just like with me, they walk you into that slowly. First, you'll get your third eye will come on and then shut off. Turn on and then shut off. And usually it's about the size of a dime. And then it goes from a dime to the size of a quarter. Then it goes to your whole forehead. Then it goes omni, which is 360. Once you hit omni sight, then you hopefully will be able to see the cables. Now that's with your third eye. Now check it. There are kids right now in England and India, they have this new, and Romania, they have these masks that they put on, blackout masks, and their consciousness. I saw a video on Amazon, I forget the name of it, Higher Consciousness or something, where basically they had a whole school in England right now where kids are reading books completely blindfolded. They're shopping in grocery store and the guy goes, grab the Old Spice. Kid's completely blindfolded, grabs the Old Spice. Now put it back. Kid puts it back. Okay, so what they realize and have proven that your consciousness sees before your eyeballs do. So they can prove that. You guys go on Amazon, research kids blindfolded on Amazon, new stuff. Once you guys watch it for 30 minutes, they're riding bicycles around the school blindfolded. They're rollerblading blindfolded, and they can see. They're using their consciousness to see. So if that was the case, how many other things are hidden from us that we're only perceiving with these 3D biological eyeballs at 30 frames per second? Woo! Riddle me that, Batman. How many other things are we not seeing? I was watching these kids, guys reading a storybook blindfolded with his hand on the book, and I'm going, bro, I need to get my P's and Q's. I need to get my shit together. I was like, I mean, I can see through my third eye, and I was asking my higher selves, I was like, wait. Are these dudes seeing like 12, 15, 20-foot dudes waving at them through the veil? They're like, no, your third eye is viewing through the veil. They are viewing with their consciousness, different. I was like, oh, because I was like, man, I got 12-year-olds just smoking. I mean, all of us spiritual people on earth. You see a 12-year-old reading a book blindfolded with his hand like this, like the dog went to the store and bought a lot. I mean, it was like, I was like, and he's turning the page and he's just reading it with his consciousness. I was like, whoa, this is some next level, dude. And I really want you guys to go. It's on Amazon. God, I don't know. Type in like, you guys can probably Google it right now and find it. I forget the name of it, but it was like impressive. I was like, wow, so that's the... Human beings can actually just perceive with their eyes closed and see just as good as they can with their eyes open. I'm like, is that factual? And they're like, yeah, your consciousness is viewing reality and just mainlining it to your brain. That's how your eyes see anyways. So I was thinking about people that go into the zone, you know, or hyper-focused. I was like, wow, so they're viewing with their consciousness first, which, by the way, is maybe 1 to 2 seconds before your 3D perception. They do the test in this show as well, where they throw the cards up, you know, the images, and your brain knows what the image is by your eye dilation before the image flashes. I was like, your consciousness sees it before your eyes do. I was like, well, this is very impressive. So a lot of you guys have intuition. A lot of you guys, you know, when you're one of your family members could be across the planet, okay? And you think about them and all of a sudden you get a text or a phone call or an email, right? Same thing. So on this planet, just remember it's very small. That really helps me understand when I'm dimensional jumping to Estonia, New Zealand, Australia, UK, Canada, anywhere in the United States is actually quite easy. Anywhere where I have a grid, but really I just, in my mind, even Antarctica, because I have Easter Island gridded, which is the most isolated island way out there off Chile, Easter Island. I've just stood there and jumped from Easter Island to Antarctica. I want you guys to understand that in your mind, just think that this planet is a condo-sized planet, and the entire illusion is to make you think that it's big. It'll help you guys grow faster. If you think like, oh my God, this place is the size of Jupiter, it's impossible to astral jump. Let me tell you something. No, it's not, okay? In the Cosmic Surfer episodes when I was with Randy, and the Lunar Operations is next. It's almost done. I'm exporting it. We were talking about astral jumping, and you guys, my highest light won't let me jump to the moon anymore. They said it was too easy. They're like, you have to pick a distant star or planet. It's too close. You're jumping there in a park second and running around and messing with the guards, and I thought it was like Halo or shit. And I was like, get it! I was like, banging on them. I'm sure the guards, they're like, what is this? Who's this like whole caveman dude, Anunnaki, just like coming to get you? I was like, I'm coming to get you. There's shit in the moon. I'm coming for you. They said pick a target of greater distance. Okay, so another thing too, there's a new channel out there. Gosh, I forget her name. But she's in Ireland and she's rad. And this is something that she said that I took to heart. She said that when she gets picked up by her like Galactic Federation buddies, right? She said that he picked her up from Earth and he wanted to take her, I think, all the way to Pluto. So they were in a spaceship and she's consciously in her astral body, traveling on a ship, getting pulled out there, right? So here's the thing that I want you guys to understand. As soon as she started to hit Pluto, like that distance, her body started convulsing and the guy goes, oh goodness, we got to bring you back. So what does that mean? That means that silver cord that's connected into your chest through your sternum, the range is pretty much between here and Earth. So there's no reason why you can't jump to Saturn, Mars, Jupiter, Neptune, Jotunheim, or us Odins out there. Oh, really, the frozen planet? Does that sound familiar? I wonder what lives there. A bunch of giants? Anyways, Uranus, or Jotunheim. That came through in a channeling, by the way. Yeah, put that together. I was like, wait a minute. I was literally channeling, and I was like, astral projecting, and I was like, Uranus, and I like hit it, and it's like ice, and it's frozen, and I'm like, where have I seen this before? And I was like, every single Thor cartoon ever is called Jotunheim. And I was like, wait a minute, like, are all the old Pegasus Nordic stories, are they all about these planets with the realms, with different names? And I started kind of putting things together, and I was like, wait a minute. I was like, pump the brakes here. I was like, why does this sound so familiar to me? Same thing with Saturn. Way too familiar. You guys start astral jumping to Saturn. Randy Kramer talks about that in the fourth density or fourth dimension, Saturn is like a beautiful garden. It's just in 3D, it looks like a ball of gas. In 4D, it's popping and locking, okay? So we're in the third density. We're moving towards that fourth density where we can actually perceive and see and be a part of, obviously, a higher density of existence. And we're doing that on the planet together as a whole. So I think it's really cool. Okay, so let's talk about dream time. Last night, this is what's going on. So imagine everyone's sleeping and imagine whatever city you're in. Okay, if your third eye's on and you have broadband vision, right? So narrow band vision, you can see through your third eye into a specific dimension. That's narrow band vision. Broadband vision, or God's eye, is you can actually see, like imagine we're in a condo. You're not only seeing everyone on the third floor in the condo, but when you look up in the condo, you can see the level 4, 5th floor, 6th floor. So you can actually see and perceive into the condo known as Earth. Okay, so in dream time, this is what's happening. Okay, so imagine we're flying over a major metropolitan city. Imagine there's a group of us. So this is what it is. Okay, imagine here's everyone sleeping. Okay, imagine everyone's plugged in through this 20G etheric cables, right? And these higher levels of consciousness that we get to access when we go to bed. So these cables are coming up from every individual and from the ground. What happens is I don't know if it's a Galactic Federation of Light or just a bunch of awesome light workers, angelics like you guys, but I got to see the zoomed out view of 3 cables. So here's Earth and everyone's brains down here and what they dream about, right? I saw 3 cables come down like this and crisscross, And I literally saw on like 3 or 4 different timelines or realities, right? So here we go. Here is everyone sleeping. These things laid over the top, and I literally saw like dudes and our squads getting out in different realities, being like, hey, what up? What's going on in this reality? And it was like, I don't know, we had like a really dope, our gear is tight. It's almost like we're not even, like, you guys, this is what it's like. Imagine in your belief system, you're like, oh, when we, like, imagine it was like, 2,000-3,000 years ago and you're in Greece, right? So imagine your reality is, oh, the river Styx. And there's, guys with lanterns and gray robes, and you got to pay your drachma to go to the boatman. Imagine that was like what you believe happens if you're not a good person, right? Or whatever. What I'm trying to say is you got to pay the boatman, right? Then imagine a bunch of star-being angelics show up, and they're riding in the river Styx on sea-doos and wakeboarding behind it, like, yo, what is it? What is it? So you're like, hey, what up? And you're just looking at some 15th century dude with a lantern, like, he's riding water. There's music. What are these tones? What I'm trying to say is it's such a different reality. It's almost like the future showed up to the past. Okay? It's almost like your future selves are showing up right now in your dimensional understanding and going, yo, what up? I'm here to hang out with you. What's popping? And we're doing that for the whole planet. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay? The whole planet. So there's 3 different realities. In one of the realities, I saw this big metal train. It looked like some futuristic Tron train. Just kind of came in and crashed into a building, then backed up, and the doors opened. And then all of us were like, we got out of it. We basically didn't care. I'm sure we were trying to not, most of us, as you well know, that are system busters. We're not here to really oh, I'm sorry. Sorry I blew down your sorry I blew up your wall of belief. I was just trying to park. How you doing? Yeah, we'll get something to clean that up for you later. What I'm trying to say is that we kind of come in hot, and that's how conscious and DNA works in general, ladies and gentlemen. DNA is explosive. If DNA, just like a flower, wishes to explode through the ground and just rise up, it's going to do what it's going to do, baby. You can't control DNA, and you cannot control evolution, okay? These guys are trying. Good luck with that, okay? Don't, we're going to, just stay positive. We're going to create a world where the max bench press is 130 pounds so I can feel like a champion. We're going to create a world where my max ceiling is 4th D and I will be the king of it. These fucking little tuds have never seen a real Nordic show up and just go, hi, you're kind of small. What are you doing? I don't know. You guys have different aspects inside you guys that are rock stars, or Lirin shows up just, hey, ooh, hey, that was a long run. So who are we supposed to talk to? They're like, these little guys. Well, I'll say, let me get on a knee here. Hey, little guy, are you enjoying being on Earth? Little dude, and the guys are just, I can't even process what I'm looking at. Let me blur the faces out. Hey, don't be the little guy. Don't be scared. I'm telling everyone on the light side and the night side. Don't be scared. And don't follow turds that have been just copying and pasting since Carthage or before that. Following some jackasses, that are still running from graduation day. Anything that you want to do down here, you can do. Anything that you want to build down here, you can build. Don't hurt nobody. Don't take from anyone. Trust yourself, trust the original creators of our soul, and create paradise wherever you go. I know there's some sort of Green Lantern creed we all know deep down inside. I know there's some sort of angelic starseed creed that we know. It's similar to the Green Lantern. It's like, I don't have it memorized, but one of my homies put it up there, put up the Green Lantern. I always wear Green Lantern shirts when I work out, because I think Green Lanterns are like, I don't care what species you are, this is my sector, and, if you need me, let me know, but please, don't fight with each other. We're just all coexisting here in this universe, you know what I mean? It's a higher perspective of existence, and I just think that we deserve better, and I think you guys, we're doing this together. I know we are, so I just want to express that to you. I know we're doing this. I also have been spot checking a couple actors in Los Angeles, a couple in New Zealand, and a couple in Australia, a couple guys in New Mexico. There's a couple of high-end actors that are trying to get out of some sort of a deal they signed, and I'm trying to help them, and I'm watching their reality, seeing what they're choosing right now. Some of you guys are doing the same. So if you get a dream where you see someone you know on TV, you got to understand that they say at the highest level, right? If you don't believe me, go look at that one. I don't know if it was the Golden Globes where like comedians started ripping on. What's this? I'm already in present tense. I can't even go backwards. Who's the guy that who's not dead? What's his name? Say it. Who's the guy that's not dead? They're like, oh, he died. He was like the #1 pedo island guy. What's his name? Yeah, Ricky Grievous. Yeah. So, check this out. You guys want to see what I'm talking about? When he was going off, look at the crowd, look at their faces, and who was reacting like, oh my God. Like you really know this guy? Like, please, you know some weird little nerd CIA guy? You're hanging out? Epstein, yeah, right. Look at their faces, though, when he pops off. And instantly, I locked on. I was like, boom, 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 boom. I was like, so what I'm trying to do right now, what your higher selves are trying to do, is trying to get some of these guys out of something that they're really, I don't want to see anyone drive off a cliff. I do not want to see anyone do something that causes them multiple incarnations of karma. I know for a fact that when you hit your knees in Germany and you pray to that, Satan Tofu's altar and you absorb that light force, they said it was a 10,000 year penalty box. And I thought to myself, who in God's name would want to be trapped in the physical for 10,000 years? Well, I don't know. But, there's some pictures to pull that up too. If you see anyone taking a kneel at that altar in Germany, that's a red flag. What else? The deal is this. I am both light and night. I'm telling you guys this all the time. So when I have these negotiations or I hear things or, I'm on like auto repeat when I'm watching Gaia at night. I got Uncle Bruce. I love Uncle Bruce Lipton. Epigenetics, or I'm listening to Silver Fox. We call him Silver Fox, but Greg Braden. I love these guys. And whenever I'm reprogramming my DNA, whenever I'm trying to understand why certain beings were led astray, the one thing I keep getting shown is that if a being does a deal with their own free will and joins a particular group, and that group has lots of bells and whistles in the material world. However, in that handoff, to understand that they negate an ascension. If it was explained, I think a lot of these guys and these actors are hoodwinked. I think they're hoodwinked when they're up and coming stars and they're kind of dumb and they're not spiritually woke. They are just 3D physical successful and doing their best to make it in their industry. What I'm trying to get to is that when you actually get the deal and it shows up, they're like, sign on the dotted line, and by the way, we're going to move you over here and you're going to meet some new people and we're going to have a conversation. I'm also here for our brothers and sisters that may have been bamboozled and hoodwinked into signing something for an ET species that does not have domain on this planet, that's sitting behind the veil, one shade of gray from what you can see in the physical world, and running them like a puppet. And I'm also here for those guys too. So I'm not here for the homies that are trying to do their best. I'm here to take a really hard look at what sort of BS programming is being projected across this planet, who's responsible for it, and where are they right now. Okay? So understand your higher selves have different proximities of what they're doing. Many of you guys, light workers and light warriors out there, we're here to help our friends and family wake up. We're here to help ourselves wake up. We're here to be in a happier mood. Okay? We're here to not hurt nobody. We're here to help people. But these things that are really simple, you got to understand within yourself. And you also have to understand the power of saying no. Okay? We are not some sort of subservient species. Understand the power of saying, no, I don't agree with that. Thanks so much. Or no, yeah, I wouldn't sign that. It's not worth 10 reincarnations to have, 15 years of success? No, thank you. No, I don't want to be cloned because I'm going to be attached to the physical realm of reality until that clone passes away. And I don't even know if it has an age limit because you got an AI chip in the damn thing and you keep changing its heart like a battery. So no, I don't want to be cloned. What else? What I'm trying to say is that if everyone knew what they were actually signing, I think we'd have a much faster route to actually being one again. These guys aren't seeing what's in the small print. That's all I'm trying to say. So we're monitoring them to help them make those decisions and come from their heart and not choose to follow something that's going off a cliff till the wheels fall off. That's where it's going. There's so much interaction in the skies right now. They don't have the night side or the guys doing turd stuff down here. The highest echelon of the night side on the right, I'm talking to you and they go, we completely understand what needs to be done. The lower selves aren't listening. More light is coming to this planet. We know the whole planet's shifting. We don't understand why they're not listening to galactic law or universal law. Every one of your higher selves understands universal law. Okay? So I'm trying to express this from the top all the way down and from the bottom all the way up. Okay. It's awkward being the totem, down here. Like if you want to know what 3D feels like imagine a totem pole. We're like the ones with our face halfway in the soil going, how did I get stuck? Everyone's, why am I on the ground? Why am I staring at all this stuff? Like, how? You pulled short straw. You get stuck in bottom of totem pole. Like, I don't know. For all you guys down here with me in the bottom of the totem pole, I love you. But let's just say there's a lot of realities going on above our heads. Okay, kids? Don't get stuck down here drinking the Kool-Aid. Okay, it's not even that impressive. Their quantum computing processing speed is not impressive, those that are giving you orders. They cannot hold a true flame to your inferno of who you truly are when you step into your heart and your heart turns on, which is 10 times more powerful than your mind. You will actually outperform, outprocess, and understand that you are a citizen of the universe and blow this earth human story right off your back like water off a duck's back. They can't hold you. Okay? So the only way they can is hypnotize them every day for 4 hours. Stare at the boob tube. Here we go. Let me tell you what our analyst says. Analyst of what? A lot of these guys are just paid actors, dude. Get over it. You're an analyst of what? You don't even know. It's like an analyst of what? Being a zombie? I know exactly what's going on in the physical plane. I'm like, that's one of 22 staring at you. What about the rest of it? Oh, no, I didn't say that. Right here, actually, what I see on this piece of paper on this teleprompter, that's where I kind of max out here. Can somebody bring me a Red Bull? I'm losing my neural sync to the rest of my consciousness. Okay? Understand there's a lot of stuff still being cleaned up underground. And I'll say this now, I think a lot of people have already been replaced with some of these masks. Not the masks that are over this, but some of this stuff. I think there is a lot of illusion going on right now with people that you think are actually talking to you and it's not them. Pay attention. More of that will come out. I do not, with a lot of these deep fakes, a lot of the CGI stuff, a lot of the stuff that we guys are paying attention to. Why is it being dragged out so long? They want everyone to see it. They want you to see it. They want you to understand that doesn't make sense. They want you to pay attention. A lot of us have been staring at it in the first 30 minutes. We were like, I got it. Can we go to the next chapter in the book? They're like, no. You got to wait till the whole world gets hit. I'm sitting here like on a page turner. I fell asleep on the page. I'm like, are we still chapter 1 reset? Is that? We got to here. We're almost turning the page. Everyone moves at their own speed, and that's super cool. But what I'm trying to say is that you don't have to move at the speed of the average of the collective of the planet. If you wish to be a beacon of light, if you wish to be the embodiment of change, an emissary of change for the betterment and awesomeness of humanity, you don't have to wait for anybody. And from my mouth, my heart to yours, listen. Don't listen to the naysayers. Don't listen to people who are asleep. Listen to your own intuition. Meditate and ground every day. Don't take any information without using your discernment. Understand, does it make your heart feel good or bad? Whatever the information is. a lot more time outside doing the old school Jedi meditations. When you're clearing, go to a stream, go to a river, put your feet in the water, put your music on. Okay? Let me tell you something. We got an infrared bed over here in Sedona. I'm doing things in there. And the infrared bed, if your third eye is on, it's fire. It's like a DMT trip. I go in there, I put my noise canceling headphones on, I'm in there in the infrared bed. Yeah, not the laying down one, you'll break it, but the standing up one. And it's the craziest thing. I charge up so dramatically that when I keep my eyes closed and I open the door and I come out of the infrared bed, I see everything in the blue spectrum lit up. And I was like, whoa, dude, are we not getting enough red gamma from the sun? Or I think it's red light from the sun. There's a great episode I watched last night on Gaia with Regina Meredith, and he talks about this sun doctor and says that everyone down here has blue light poisoning because we live behind mirrors or windows and it's blocking the red light or that infrared type light that heals our body, that actually empowers our mitochondria to kick our frequency up to push all of the pollutants and viruses out of our bodies. We're actually you need to boost the mitochondrial charge every single day to stay healthy. There it is. So what I'm trying to say is that if you guys, it's freezing outside, one of your friends has an infrared bed, go do it. Okay? It's a certain bandwidth of light. I prefer, if you guys have Gaia, just to watch the most recent show with Regina Meredith and have that doctor explain it to you. I can't do it that well, but he will explain that to you. All right. We having fun? All right. What up, New York? Hey, why doesn't everyone on Earth punch in where you're coming from, guys? Check this out. I like this. Use my platform to find each other. You just woke up in Pennsylvania. There's no one there. You just woke up in Michigan. You just woke up in Queensland. You just woke up in Sydney. You just woke up in Melbourne. Hi, this is where I'm at. Is there anyone out there? I mean, like, let's keep it real. Use this. Hey, I'm in Calgary too. Where are you at? You know what I mean? Whatever it is, guys, find each other. Use this platform. Find each other. Message each other. Hey, dude, what's up? What's going on? Use discernment. Listen, on Facebook, most of the things I try to monitor, I try to block things as much as possible. Same thing on YouTube. You guys, I'm the monitor of like 25 groups. I try to add as many people as I can, but what I got was, you know what I mean? Hey, for all your homies that are in these groups, pump the brakes. We don't need any more weirdness. Let them find each other. Let them hang out. Let them go to, hey, you guys want to find a partner to go to Machu Picchu, or a homie or a friend or a group? Hey, I want to go do the Machu Picchu run. Who wants to go? As soon as this travel ban's over. Hey, I want to go and check out Sun Pyramid in Bosnia. Hey, I want to go to Egypt. Who wants to run? You guys use these platforms to communicate with each other, okay? I'm just your homie. I'm just your family member. I'm just here saying, hey, dude, I love you guys. You guys team up and do what you guys need to do. You guys are woke. You're moving out of a relationship, let's just say, where your partner doesn't want to move any faster. Find another male or female or friend or partner that just you can hang out with and talk spiritual stuff with, or awakening stuff, or ascension stuff, or nutritional stuff, or meditation stuff. Don't let anyone put you in a box. Oh, you're in that spiritual community. No, I'm activating my dormant DNA and remembering the last 20,000 years of me being down here attached to this DNA. And let me express something to you, sweet cheeks. You know, there's a lot of things about who we really are that is not subservient to a bunch of jackasses trying to pretend that they rule us, okay? What I remember was the Anunnaki kept the reptilians in check. Facts, okay? The giants weren't scared of reptilians. Facts, okay? Why were they hiding underground? It wasn't because of the humans, okay? Check yourself before you wreck yourself, okay? For the rest of us that are figuring this stuff out, there's awesome reptilians, good reptilians, there's also turds. But listen, you can't be speciesist. There are good zetas and bad zetas, turd zetas. Check it out. In the lunar operations video, I talk about it on Cosmic Surfer, next episode. There's like 6 classes of zetas. So what am I trying to express to all you guys? Never be racist, never be speciesist, ever. There's always cool beings, no matter what shroud they're wearing. You will be judged by your actions and how you treat others. That's it. So I don't care if you got mandibles, scales, skin, fur, skin. Hey, whatever you look like, are you cool? I had a bunch of like ETs land in the backyard and be like, hi, are you cool? Kind of look at them like, I'm not scared. I'm like, hey, you light side or night side? Huh? Are you salt or pepper? You like things or you want to take things over? Pick a hand. Like, I will do it like Crayola crayons. Okay? It's not very complicated. You know what I mean? Are you service to others or are you service to just yourself and your species and your squad? Oh, service to others. What up? Did you guys bring my gear? I've been making jokes about it for 10 years. It's now not a joke. Do you have my gear in my backpack? You got it in my locker? Did you bring it? Awesome. Tired of pretending down here every single day. You know? People talk about, I want to know who you are and I want to be woke. Well, here's the thing is that sometimes being so woke, you almost feel like you're in Groundhog Day and you're waiting for the rest of the planet to catch up. And the whole thing is that there's a timer going on and you're sitting there watching the timer, just sitting on the other side of the finish line going, how much longer? You're almost like hyperventilating, going like, yo, I can't do this another 3 years. Like, we need to get some new operational higher selves. We need to replace entire streams of consciousness. This thing is moving into the level of stagnance. Now, here's the issue. We're moving so fast right now. We're changing so fast right now. You guys are doing such a great job. We keep pushing on the gas. We keep going, oh yeah, ETs and this and that. But all right, yeah, I'm in third gear now. My issue is that having patience, holding space, not having resentment, and truly, this is the thing all of us need to learn, okay? It's a very hard thing to learn. Someone's having a conversation with you. Someone's interacting with you and they're asking you an honest question. If someone asks you a direct question, answer directly, okay? But you as it could be the healer, it could be the consultant, could be the, I don't know, empathic healer, quantum healer, whatever this may be for you guys. Listen, you guys got to be woke enough. If you're on the phone, listen to the tremble of the voice when you're giving information, or have the ability to actually jump there and just stare at them. Okay, that's what I do. I just jump to your house and I talk to your higher self. I know secrets about you that no one knows. I'm like, why? I'm talking to your 5D going, what are they doing today? What are they not telling me? What do they really need to work on? Okay? But when you're talking to someone, you get in an argument, it could be a partner, this and that. You have to be the adult. When you see that eye start to shake, pay attention. If you don't believe me, you get in an argument, one of their eyes will start to do this. It'll shake. Why? Because usually their 4D has stepped in behind them. Here's their 4D face, comes in behind, and their 4D's left eye is staring through your right eye, right? And they're going, what is this? You know, ego on lockdown. What I'm trying to get to is that when you guys are giving dissertations, when you guys are trying to share your truth, you never want to program. We are not allowed to program humanity. We are allowed to seed consciousness. And here is why, for all you guys waking up and understanding this, and some of you guys know this for 30 years. If you change something down here, okay, you don't think we could go and just sit in a hotel, 20 of us, and clean up all of Congress in about 45 seconds? Really? The reason why we're not allowed to do that is because if we do that, we're now responsible for it. What does that mean? If we change the timeline, okay, you're now responsible for that change and holding space while it changes. A lot of us are here to observe and help out. I'm trying to be really honest with you, and for a lot of people watching me behind the scenes in 3-letter agencies, let me explain why we could be down here staring at you because you don't understand the rules or the law. Let me explain it to you. If I make a direct timeline adjustment, I grab a cable and I shift it off of an entire city on the East Coast, I am now responsible for making that shift. Now here's the thing. Based upon time dilation and different universal laws, depending on how much we are allowed to assist, right, as a direct reflection of the speed of the consciousness of the population. You can't take a bunch of unconscious beings, pop the top, and all of a sudden they're seeing starships land in the backyard where it's the 16th century, 15th century, okay? They've already had firefights in the sky over Europe back in the day. Look at the old paintings from the 1500s. They've got UFOs fighting in the sky over England. It's not the first time we've had interaction, okay? So when they kind of understand what they're talking about. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to say, how much is allowed? Let me express. When you're talking about creator and everything, you're allowed to do this. I want to help the whole planet stop beefing with each other. I want to help the whole planet wake up into who they really are. I want to help the whole planet learn to love each other, love themselves, and then obviously each other. I would like the entire population of this planet to move in a more efficient manner into oneness and their true galactic nature. What you're not allowed to do is help one side and, discard the other. That is more of a legal court case based upon a numbers game of here's cause and effect, here's cause, here's effect. You on the night side caused this much damage, messed up this many souls for your own agenda. In correlation, you gave this much technology and tech and level of equality, or as far as, let's just say, whatever. I'm trying to be nice to the night side over here. You have some sort of things that have helped humanity in your evolution. Okay. On the light side, though, right, how much has been taken is not equal to, how much of that has been, that has been received on the light side is not equal on the night side. They've taken way more than they've given. So what happens when you have an imbalance, where here's your light side in this polarity game, here's your night side. When they take way more than they give, what happens? We get a boop in our ear in the universe. We go, we have an unbalanced situation. We have a planetary structure in this quarantine experiment zone where the experiment has run off the rails, and too many time jumpers found out about the place when they started dropping, UFO ships and interacting with Zetas. When they started playing with the new radar technology, and they figured out how to knock out ships that were on ET world just doing, sightseeing stuff. And as soon as those Mars Germans interacted with, left Earth and landed on the moon, they broke the quadrant or the confines. Captain Randy Kramer talks about this. As soon as we left this planet, we entered it into a new level of reality where a lot of the controls and protections were released. So it allowed other things to come in here. So everything I want you guys to understand, there is a quantum, negotiable, logistical, factual agreement signed and understood by all of the upper dimensions as far as the interaction on this planet. It is not random, or there is no question mark on it whatsoever. The Zetas have never would have been allowed, the Greys never would have been allowed here for the last 60 years. It really only happened hardcore for like 20 years. But abducting humans would never have been allowed. They would have, Galactic Federation Light would have shot them down. But why were they allowed? Because the Majestic 12 signed off on it. That's why. What I'm here to tell you is that no human on this planet, no group of humans on this planet is allowed to write off the free will or sovereignty in our entire planet. You don't speak for 7.8 billion people. Not even close. And most of these guys, if you were in a room with them, you wouldn't even want to talk to them because the weirdness coming off of them would be palpable. Okay? I went to the governor's ball in Texas. I know exactly what I'm talking about. When the new governor got, there's weird energies around some of these people. Pay attention. It's very obvious if you're a light being. Okay, so that was like 5 years ago. Anyways, I love you guys. I'm just trying to say, so you can help yourself, you can help your family, you help your friends. But if you start pulling people before they're awake, you're now responsible for how they treat each other and what their belief system is, because you pulled them out of the level they were supposed to be at. Everyone individually has to choose if they want to wake up. You can lead a horse to water, you cannot make it drink. I can show you where the door is. I can even kick the door off the hinges and it's just light coming through the door. You still got to walk through the door. You can't force someone to do something they don't want to do. And rightfully so. It's sovereign will, free will. Some people want to experience more things. And I get that. I'm just trying to say, don't be programmed to believe something that only serves the few. That's all I'm trying to say. So, with that, ladies and gentlemen, you guys are the strongest of the strong, my crocodile Dundees out there. Whew! And with that, Grogu. Anything you'd like to say, Grogu? All right. We love you. All right, me and Grogu. By the way, come back, Mandalorian. Like, I need some Grogu. I need some Baby Yoda in my life. You know what I mean? Like, it makes me happy. Because I'll be honest with you. When I saw him take Baby Yoda, Baby Grogu, I was like, yo, bro, the Mando better man up. And then Luke came and got him, obviously. What I'm trying to say is that that's our innocence. That's our inner child. Remember that we're here to help each other and pick each other up. That's all this is. Okay? That's all this is, baby. Okay, so you guys check this out. I always sit in front of these. These Buddha gazes, I didn't really show up. These things, let me get close. Dude. Imagine waking up and using this as a nightlight for your kids. You're like, oh, you're having nightmares? Put this over in their bed, turn on as a nightlight. Have Buddha staring at you like, honey, you're gonna be okay. These are absolutely lit, okay? Check that out. And then obviously the Brahmas. I just played the big order. These things, third eye, amplifier 100%. You put it on blue, start 8 inches above. Same thing with the Triforces. With that, ladies and gentlemen, just know that I love you very, very much, right? Check out store.teamlight.com. Oh, I was supposed to tell you this. I'm going on break in a week and a half. And I'm going to be gone for a while. I might still do videos, but I will not be available for sessions. If you guys need a session, you guys need to book it soon because I have things I have to attend to. So just letting you guys know as a heads up, if you guys need a session, you are thinking about booking a session, do it now because I'm actually gonna be busy for a couple. I'll be gone for a little while. So I love you guys, and I just want to let you guys know that. And all that good stuff is at store.teamlight.com. Whew. All right, you guys, hang in there. Facebook, I love you. You keep crushing out there, and I'll see you guys next week. Peace. All right, YouTube. Looks like all my homies shipped to YouTube. I love you guys. Hey, you have a great week. I love you guys. Peace.